Hello, welcome to Save the Singles program. My name is Prophetess Happiness Michael Ebube, and today in the studio I have here with me
Sis Uchechukwu Obiasolo. Thank you.
God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome for coming into today's program. You know he's always very interactive.
Yeah, very well.
So we have a very interesting and a very serious topic today to talk about.
Okay.
And the topic of today's program, today's episode, is life in marriage. Life in marriage.
Okay.
You know, marriage is a platform of its own. Yeah. In the room, in the institution of marriage, there are things that goes on there. So we want you to speak more on life in marriage, because you have married for years. You know, the people who want to hear you, the singles that are peeping through the window to see what is going on there, may not really get things clearly, so they want to know what life is like in marriage. What they're trying to, when you cook good food, people that are outside are perceiving the aroma. They want to know, this is coconut rice. This is it. But at the end of the day, it could be the coconut flavor, not even the coconut insect that you use in cooking that thing. So they might have been confused. Some of them may just sit down today and they felt that, marriage is pasbos, it's about hitting, beating, trouble. Some may just marriage is a bad place to be. Marriage is not good. I prefer remaining single. I prefer to be single than to be married. Some of them may not really know the other side of marriage. So, is marriage really sweet? Or is it too dramatical? Is it painful? So my question to you today is this: what is life in marriage?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Marriage is actually like a golden book that doesn't have a title.
My God.
You know, when you see a book without a golden book, without a title, you will be eager to know what is in that book.
Mm-hmm.
You will be eager to know what the content of that book.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you try to open that book to go through it, it helps you to know what it's all about. Now, marriage, it's beautiful.
Wow.
It's beautiful, but it's a beautiful book that you don't know the content yet. But when you get to open up that book to study it the more, you get to know. Like, if you notice, when you're reading a book, there's a part of or a paragraph where you smile, and there is a paragraph where you feel like crying. It touches you, it pains you. It appears like a movie itself that you're watching. So and at the end of the book, sometimes it ends well. So that is what marriage is like. When you go into marriage is beautiful. But when you go into it, you get to study more, you get to learn more things about it. The sweet part and the bitter part. Now, a lot of people have this thing in mind that marriage is bitter and is sweet and at the same time bitter. But I don't like to use that word. I don't like to say that to people.
Okay.
Because sometimes when they hear that bitter, when they hear you involving bitterness into marriage, it gets them scared. But marriage is beautiful, and marriage is what you make out of it.
I love that point, what you make out of it.
What you make out of it. If you are being given 3,000 naira to go and shop to buy something to cook, make a soup, and the other person is giving 5,000 naira to make a soup, it's possible that the person that was given 3,000 naira to make a pot of soup makes out something unique out of it. And it's still possible that the person given 5,000 naira just makes it common. Yeah, you understand me?
Yeah.
So it's how whatever you put in it, the spice you put into it, helps you arrive to the beauty, the sweetness of the marriage. So now in as much as it's connected to a lot of your topics, a lot of the topics that we have actually, it's quite connected to it, whereby the both spouse are to make
it work.
Not just the yes, as we all know, women carry much of the responsibility in marriage. Yes, we try our best to try to lay the carpet and make it beautiful, but a man is also there needed to play the role in it. So marriage is sweet, and when it comes to the bitter aspects, I'm not gonna so much picture it as a danger zone. No, I'm not gonna picture it as a danger zone. No, it's a particular phase of life that comes up, and it depends on your hand for you to manage it. It depends on you to manage that particular phase of life. Like the topic where you discussed on take-off flights. Now, a flight is quite so beautiful and interesting to go in.
Yeah.
If a flight is beautiful, you can't wait to enter and see what it's all about. But when you get into the flight, it gets to a time where
you're afraid of your life.
You are afraid of your life. That's what marriage is all about. So at that time, it's when you should encourage yourself and stay stable. And know that it's going to be better.
Fasten up your seatbelt.
You're going to fasten up your seatbelt, yes. So, but at the end of the day, it's stabilized and everybody gets to, the tension comes down. So that's what marriage is all about.
I want you to throw light on the particular page. You told me that he's a golden book that has no title.
Yes.
So my question is this, can we write a title? Can anyone write a title on it? Like, when you get in and discover, okay, my marriage, can you write uniqueness of my marriage? Can you write happy married life? Can you write golden marriage? Because it's a golden book.
It's actually a golden book. Marriage is beautiful.
So you can write a beautiful marriage.
Yes, you can write a beautiful marriage. You can write a beautiful marriage. But what makes it untitled is because you are yet to know. You are yet to understand yourselves. You are yet to know your spouse. The spouse or the relationship you used to know outside your marriage
is not what you're
going to meet in the marriage. So that marriage relationship, it's a different thing on its own. Marriage is a golden book that doesn't have a title, but when you open it, you get to see
what is inside.
What is inside.
Okay. So the viewers, you have understand what marriage is all about. She said marriage is beautiful. I love that word. She said marriage is sweet.
Yes.
I love that word. But there's one thing again she said you got to work it out. Very interesting. If you want the marriage to be sweet, you see, God has already cooked the soup. It's left for you to warm it or put it in the fridge. If you do not do any of this part, it's going to get soured. When the marriage gets sour, then you cannot make use of it. It's going to get spoiled and you will not be able to eat it. So every one of you that is always believing that marriage is full of trouble, when they said for better, for worse, the question is this. The pastor never tell you how worst is going to be. Also never tell you how better it's going to be. So it is for you to go there and multiply either the better or the worse. It's your duty to multiply any of them you wanted.
Yes.
So when you get in there at the golden book, you write for better, for better, for better. Yes. If you wanted it worst, you can untitle the book now for worse, for worse, for worse.
Yes.
So life in marriage is sweet, depending the spices you put on it.
Yes.
Life in marriage is sweet, depending on the heart, the motive, the heart, what you want. Is it that now? The mindset. Is both of you coming to agreement and said, oh, this marriage is going to be sweet. Believe me, it's going to be sweet. If you come into agreement and say this marriage is going to be a happy marriage, it's going to be a happy marriage. If you come into agreement and say it's going to be a peaceful marriage, in this marriage, nobody will hear our voice. Nobody. will hear our voice. Of a truth, nobody will hear your voice. It depends on what you write on it. If you come into the marriage and said, this marriage, people will jealous this marriage. Do you know you're going to do things towards that everybody will become, your marriage will become a prayer point. Anyone that sees will say, God, give me a home like so home. You see that now? So marriage is sweet depending what you work towards. So marriage is full of smile, it's full of love, it's full of money, support. You see, your spouse will always support you and say, okay, like this Christmas now, your spouse will say, take this for Christmas thing. You see, you understand? If you are not married, you wouldn't be expecting. Like me, I'm very expectant at this point in time. In fact, I don't calculate myself. So marriage is full of support, you understand? You're going to be support on how to do your hair if you're a woman. And when you're single, you do your hair all alone. But at this time now, you'll be expecting, I want to change my hair look. You expect including interest, you understand now? Then the man himself, as it goes out, he had a support of someone who's going to cook for him. Many a times, men came back to sleep hunger without eating anything. But anytime they got married, they knew they would eat well because they always know there's food there at home for them. So marriage is full of help. The man will know that, okay, someone is there to dress my bed. Someone is there to clean up the house. You understand? Let me go and discuss this thing with my wife. This business, let me talk things over. So marriage is two heads that is better than one. There is no how two hands are not better than one hand. You understand? Marriage is supportive. Marriage is care. Marriage is love. Marriage gives you happiness. I heard people say, somebody cannot make you happy. Marriage makes you happy. If you have someone do you know if I smile now, you will see yourself smiling too. Without us discussing anything, you just smile. And you know what smile does to you? It makes you live longer here on earth. You understand? So marriage is full of all those things. Marriage is not all about, because every time people portray the bitter part of marriage. No. When a child comes, you understand? Two things comes out of the woman's womb. The placenta and the baby. Yes. I've never heard anybody focus on the placenta. It's always on the baby. Yes. You understand? So you see the beauty of the baby and all that. You see, marriage is so sweet too, especially sometimes when you are married to someone that knows how to dress or knows how to cook, or the person is beautiful or fine. Come on, and you just look at the person and smile. Let me marry this fine wife. You see those kind of a thing. This is my treasure. Now here my money they go. You see all those kind of things. It makes you can look at your wife picture even in your office and be happy. Yes. You understand now? Then now you look at the children that she gave to you and look at, this one looks like my wife. Those things makes you happy. It is not all the time you look at your account balance and say, my wife has just used my credit card. It's not all the time you're going to be hungry about that. There are more unique things in the marriage that keeps someone happy. So to everyone that is married there, marriage is sweet. Make your own sweet. To every single that is coming in, marriage is sweet. Make your marriage sweet and make it enjoyable. Be happy in your marriage. Stay happy in your marriage and live happy in your marriage. So your last word to the people, because they really want to hear you on your final saying as we wrap up this episode. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much. You have actually said it all. You have really summarized everything, which is quite very explained here. So please, we should try our best to put in something sweet, a sweet fragrance, spice it up in our marriage to make it work. And another thing, marriage can change you. Marriage can change you for good. Marriage can change you for good. It can make you you'll be like, I used to be like this. I used to have this habit, and all of a sudden, after this woman came into my life, all of a sudden I just changed. And you'll be so happy with you. Something you have been trying to do for years on your own, you couldn't do it, and all of a sudden a beautiful angel came into your life, and you got married to her, and she just changes you all of a sudden, and you'll be so happy with yourself. So now when you look at that, your wife, you'll be so happy with yourself. You'll be so proud of yourself, of what you have become. So actually, marriage is very beautiful.
You know, marriage can make you beautiful too.
Yes, it can make you glow.
It can make you beautiful. Now your beauty will just come up.
Out. Yeah.
You start rounding like me. Like you start, your cheeks will start. So marriage also makes you beautiful.
Yeah.
You understand? I've seen some men that when they were singles, if they give it to any woman, they will not collect. But after the woman start cooking for them, taking care of them, and they have rest of mind, they have peace of mind, you see them, they were like every woman's dream.
Yes.
So marriage brings out your fullness, makes you matured,
yes,
makes you look good, makes you beautiful, even shaping your outfits. Yes. Marriage too can bring out your best outfit. You may be as a single person, you don't know what fits you. You understand? But your spouse coming into your life can be able to dress you, and you'll be able to understand what fits you. So there is a whole lot of benefit.
Yes.
I said vitamin.
Yes.
There's a whole lot of vitamins in marriage.
Yes.
So these are life in marriage. Forget about the buzz boost. Forget about the trouble.
Don't be scared.
The trouble is not much.
Yes.
You understand? It's just a little spices, When you get to buffet, you see sweet things, bitter things, vegetables,
tasteless ones,
protein, tasteless ones. So those are the things that makes it work. You understand now? So marriage is sweet. Life in marriage is sweet. There is life in marriage, and the life in marriage is sweetness, is happiness, is smile, is joy, is peace, is rest of mind, is goodness. Those are the life in marriage. And as I welcome all the singles into this platform, into the home of marriage, and I also pray for all the married people that you're going to have this part of life in marriage, and the Lord God keep you and bless you. Thank you for joining us into this episode, Life in Marriage. God bless you, because I know that this episode will definitely make a difference in your life. The next time I'm going to see you, this is organic. We have organic cream. This is organic marriage therapy. So focus on the sweet part of it. Get the honey out of it. It's going to be the best. Just as we said, marriage is a golden book that had no name. Write what you want on it, and that is what we are going to call it. Anything you write on it is what it's going to be called. Yeah. So call your marriage the best marriage here on earth, and so shall it be. Bless you for joining us. Thank you so much. And my name is Prophetess Happiness Michael Ebube. This program is Save the Singles and Preserve the Marriage. Today's episode was Life in Marriage. I was actually here with my daughter, Mrs.
Uchechukwu Obiasulo.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Bye.